said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Jackets will get us started with the opening kickoff. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to go up top. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
What a start by this defense. That is exactly what you need, man. They've been a little bit hit or miss. They've been a little bit up and down. But to start the game on a high note, get the good mojo going, great start for this defense.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Grab behind the line. It's Gentry. Turning it on. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
They'll go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Oh, they're after him. On target to the left. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. It's complete on the right side. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Yellow Jackets can really attack on this second and short. They'll leave it with him. Finds a crease at the 20. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
The Yellow Jackets are flying down the field. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Lost to fire on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Gentry. And the pass is complete, but less than nothing to show for it. They're knocked down behind the line.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the goal line. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up fourth down.
He's looking to throw. He wants it all. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Inside the 50. He's at the 30. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed and with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now.
Take it to the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll try it over the left side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience, and one this freshman got away with.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
And 3rd and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very... successful, but this time defense played it great and the play went nowhere.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Yellow Jackets will call on their punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. Slips through the line. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Final play of the quarter coming. Leaves it with the running back. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. First play of the period will be a second down. Off play action. Grab near the sticks. It's Wilson. Good, solid pick up there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Catch in the middle, it's Larson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Looking for space. It's James. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
He's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy has been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Makes the catch. It's Potts. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Third down play from the gun. Finds his big tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better?
Brings it to the open. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on it.
Nowhere to go with the ball and down. He goes at the 39.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. And this is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
The Yellow Jackets now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
Looks as if they might have that screen really set up, but he'll be stopped short of the marker. It's fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Wants to throw on first down. Lets it fly. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives, they've scored 2 touchdowns, and here on their third possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete, but if you're him, I would keep spinning the beam.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Might be calling a hot route. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Slings it downfield. And the big deflection on third down forces a fourth down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Working that wide receiver screen. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27.
Real smart play. Great job. Get the positive yards and then get your booty out of bounds.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Caught near the sticks. It's Daniels. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. Uncorks it. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Looking to take a shot. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
Well, the head coach has to love what he saw from his offense here at the very end of the first half, when you got to have an execution. Has got to be great in these 2-minute type situations. Really nice job handling the situation by the quarterback, making sure all 10 other guys on offense are on the same page. And they're still losing the football game, but that's a touchdown they absolutely needed to have here at the end of the first half.
And he added the extra point. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Just enough time for one final play of the half. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter. We'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Running back searching for a hole. Past the first down marker and still running. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And the Yellow Jackets with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Wide open downfield. Oh, he's got some space. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
A designed run for the quarterback. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. From the gun, wants to pass. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! How about this? A two-point conversion coming. They'll try to pass their way in. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
Bringing it back. Makes a move. He's on the loose. Wide open, it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. The give to the back. At the 35, he's open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Here's the handoff. There he goes. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Watson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. They'll try to power their way ahead. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on third down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. The play action fake. The sure hands, it's Potts. He'll get down to the 22 before going out of bounds.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They'll try to sneak it.
It's not sexy, it's not pretty, it's actually kind of old school because people don't really run a lot of QB sneaks anymore. You don't even see quarterbacks under center that much, but what do? You keep your momentum going. You've already strung together a bunch of plays. Now is not the time to get super aggressive. Way to go high percentage, run the quarterback sneak and get the first down.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to the ground with the running back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. From the gun, running back on the move. Got enough for the first. All by himself down the middle. The 30. The 20. Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown, Irish. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone, it's Allen. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
To the air on 1st down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The Yellow Jackets head quickly to the line.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Looking for more room. The 30. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there.
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Hauls it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. After getting nothing done on first down, 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
How about the response by this defense? You gave up some yards, so what? Bowed your neck now on 3rd and goal, 3 stops in a row when it matters most, forcing the offense into a critical 4th down situation.
The kicker looks a little disappointed. He'll not come into the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal from the 4. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. Right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Allen. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Gentry. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. They'll give it to the back. Runs through a tackle.
I'll tell you what, when those little guys make those physical plays like that, it kind of jacks everybody up in the huddle, because it's usually the guy breaking ankles, but he's like breaking tackles. Now he's giving you some serious energy.
That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this.
He's got it, 1st down and more. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one.